How's it going, everybody? Today, in the spirit of the new Destiny 2 season of the Seraph, I thought to go over a build that is viable today and has a built-in cheese at the very end of this video, so stick around for that. Today's build, to absolutely everyone's surprise, is a Warmind Cell build. Now, for those new to Destiny, I know Witch Queen was a first-time experience for a lot of people. You individuals might not have experienced the Warmind Cell meta. This playstyle was absolutely the end-all be-all back in the day, and then it got nerfed to high hell. And from then, nothing much has changed in the form of the mods or the playstyle itself, but something else changed. The rooms got smaller. So slapping on that global reach now will eliminate everything in a room once again. So let's get into the build. Starting us off, I want to say that this is a solar Warmind Cell build. That does not mean that you have to run the solar subclass at all though. In fact, because of the Aikilos now dropping and rolling with the goated Volt Shot, I implore you to use the Arc subclass. Now for our first mod, we will be going with the Global Reach mod. This states that it will increase the area of effect of a Warmind Cell explosion. Now everyone that has ever touched this mod knows that it is the 100% hands down must-have mod when running any Warmind Cell build. This buffs your Warmind Cell distance explosion from 6 meters to a whopping 6.5. I'm kidding, it's actually 10 meters, but it used to be 20. Up next, we have Burning Cells. This essentially just sets enemies on fire doing tick damage. For those that aren't killed immediately after the explosion, this will warm them up for you to just go finish them off. Now you're probably thinking about how this might be the effect of scorching a target, and that you can get some sick synergy with the solar subclass. Do not bother. I tested it. Unfortunately, you cannot cause any ignitions with this, or get class ability faster with this. Sad times, I know. Moving on. Our next mod is Fire Team Medic. This mod is brilliant for multiple reasons. It heals you, and as a bonus, will heal your fire team as well. And it's by no means a small amount. We're talking about almost a complete health refresh for everyone, except enemies, of course. And lastly, you can top this off with Wrath of Rasputin. By defeating enemies with a Warmind Cell, you can spawn even more Warmind Cells. A complete domino effect on just keeping the room clear and dominating the activity whichever one you will be in. Now for the weapons. Believe it or not, in a season where Rasputin is present, the creator of the Warmind Cells, if you will, the new seasonal weapons, or even the new dungeon exotic, which is a Rasputin weapon, does not offer any new way or use to spawn a Warmind Cell. And for the new players, I don't think you can even get the 7th Seraph SMG anymore. Not too certain on that though. So your only option left is the Aikilos family. And I'll tell you right now to look no further than the Aikilos SMG. For you new guys around here, your only option is actually the best option in Destiny 2 to create Warmind Cells. For this SMG was the bread and butter back in the day. And now, it rolls with Volt Shot. But unfortunately, Volt Shot does get in the way of the build, just a little. Meaning that enemies killed by the jolt effect from this weapon will not count towards spawning any Warmind Cells. It's unfortunate, but in the end of the day, you can look at it like this. If Volt Shot isn't erasing enemies, the Warmind Cells are. Now, aside from the Aikilos SMG, you do have several other weapons to choose from, like the Aikilos shotgun. Being a rapid fire frame as it is, it's the perfect frame to be taking into PvE content. Now by all means, it's no lightweight frame such as the 7th Seraph shotgun, that can also spawn Warmind Cells by the way, but it can definitely do the trick. Rolling back to the Aikilos shotgun, this shotgun can roll with perks like Incandescent, which unlike Volt Shot won't get in the way, and can synergize beautifully with the solar subclass. Now there are also the Aikilos hand cannon and sniper, but I wouldn't very much consider them for a Warmind Cell build execution. The hand cannon is just really not all that, mainly because it's a precision frame, so not the best option for PvE. And the sniper, though amazing for boss damage, in the end of the day, it's just a sniper, so not the go-to for pristine ad clearing. Now that we have gone over the build and some of the weapons that are good for it, time for that cheese. Since the boss room in Spire of the Watcher is relatively small, if you are able to become charged with Arctician and get a Warmind Cell to spawn in the room, you can activate all the little nodes at once by shooting a Warmind cell. Essentially, just going immediately into the boss damage phase for that encounter. Super quick strat if you're just looking to farm the final boss in Spire of the Watcher. Now here's some disclaimers for you. I'll rank this build of the multiple Warmind cells that I'll be doing on the bottom of the tree. This is for the everyday needs, a perfect balance if you will. You could take this into a raid, you could take it to a dungeon, hell maybe even a Grandmaster. But fellas, there are even more potent builds for this playstyle. But I definitely want you guys to be trying this one out for yourselves. And while you're doing that, keep in mind that it only gets better from here. Here are my plugs, go check me out on those platforms as well, and maybe hit that like button to help me out on the YouTube algorithm side of things. Other than that, here are some other videos that I have made if you're interested in watching me some more. I appreciate all of you. Peace.